In this month's episode of Parkland Profile, we interview a new arts teacher, get info on the hottest streaming services, and take an inside look at Parkland Sports. Today is Friday, February 4th, 2022. All of this and more on Parkland Profile. It may be February, but we're still in that holiday spirit. Last December, news correspondents Luca Pettin and Bradley Kunz went to the first annual candy cane hunt in South Whitehall Township.
Hi, news correspondent Luca Pettin here from Parkland TV and Film. Now we're here over at the South Whitehall Township's annual Christmas tree lighting. We have amazing things going on here. We've got live music, we've got great food, there's fantastic people here. I've heard that there's over 2,000 people that came to this event. And I gotta say, the lighting here gives a great atmosphere to the whole event. It really just adds that another level, gives people that extra energy, extra excitement, and Santa even made an appearance today. Hi, I'm joined with Mr. Mike here, the Parks and Recreation Manager. Now, how long have you been helping with this event?
This is my third year helping to coordinate this event.
Okay, and what's your favorite part of this?
My favorite part is just seeing the community come together, getting ready to start the holidays. It's early December, seeing all the kids coming out and seeing Santa Claus and all the trees light up, and yeah, it's just a magical night.
Now, I heard that we broke 2,000 attendees tonight. Are you expecting more next year, or is this going to keep growing?
We always look to make it bigger and better, so hopefully, and yeah, we were thrilled with the crowd tonight.
Yeah. I see the candy cane was, I'm sure, a big hit, that hunt.
Absolutely. We had over 10,000 candy canes spread out all across Cover Bridge Park for the kids tonight. It was fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm joined here by Mr. Brett, the Director of Finance for South Whitehall Township. Now, how long have you been participating in this event?
This is my third year.
Awesome. And is this a better turnout than normal? Or?
Oh my goodness. This was the most amount of people that we have ever seen for a tree and bridge lighting ceremony.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. How long have you been, juggling and doing all these crazy stunts?
Since about 2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's about, what, like 12, 13 years now?
Yeah, it's a long time. Yep.
Wow. All right, well, thank you very much for joining me here.
Sure.
Awesome.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. This year, we've introduced a number of new teachers to Parkland. News correspondent Ethan Silver introduced us to one of our newest art teachers, Mrs. Tauber.
Hi, my name is Ms. Tauber. I am one of the art teachers here at the high school, and I teach traditional crafts, ceramics, and jewelry and metals. My life experiences influenced my art today in the human interactions that I've had. Just going out into the world, especially after Parkland High School, and seeing myself in the larger context of things made me want to start documenting more of what was around me instead of the narratives and the stories that were happening in my own life and inside my head. Not so much in childhood experiences, but my childhood did play a role in shaping my love for art. I remember when I was little, my father worked at the Morning Call, the newspaper in downtown Allentown, and right across the street was the Baum School of Art, and so every summer I would go there and I would take art classes all summer, and that's kind of where I fell in love with it. And then of course going to Parkland and growing up in a district that supports the arts so much and has such amazing art educators definitely shaped who I am and especially what my career is now. Art brings me so much joy and helps me to navigate the world, and the thought of being able to do that every single day, do what I love every day, who wouldn't want to do that, you know? And then the other thing that inspired me to do this as a career was definitely my art teachers, just how much they supported me and the important role that they played in building my self-confidence and my voice. I wanted to be able to do the same thing for other people. I really am into art projects and artists that amplify other people's voices and allow them to tell their stories. Storytelling, I think, is everything in art, because if you put something out there and someone else can resonate with it or identify with it and feel a little bit less alone, or if the opposite, maybe they don't identify with it, but you can help to expand someone else's perspective or worldview or compassion for those around them, then that's a wonderful thing. And I think that's what a lot of artists aim to do, is to get their voice across or to get someone else's voice across. My subject matter has changed. So when I was here at Parkland, I did kind of self-portrait after self-portrait, whether it was painting or drawing or photography. I was really trying to figure out who I was and whether or not I had a voice and what my voice would say, and trying to just figure out the immediate experiences I was having in my life here. So it was very much just me. And then now that I've left and I've gotten to see a little bit more of the world and meet people who aren't from the Lehigh Valley, I think that my subject matter and my own focus as a person has turned more outwards and less inwards, and that reflects in my art. Now I do a lot more landscapes or portraits of other people, just reflecting on experiences in the world. I had a little cabinet, a display of my sketchbooks, and I've been sketchbooking since I was really little, but my more recent sketchbooks I feel really proud of, and they just become really precious to you as you work on them, because it's like a catalog you can flip through and remember back to a certain time in your life or a fun memory or spending time with somebody. So it's a little bit more precious to me, those sketchbooks, than any one single drawing or painting or piece of art. I mean, I'm really excited about the future of the arts at Parkland, seeing how we can continue to grow it, how we can continue to bridge the middle school and the younger grades to the high school and start getting people excited about what the high school arts have to offer before they even get here. And then since it's my first year here, I am really excited to do the Festival of the Arts in the spring and see what my kids make the rest of the year. Final advice I would give to art students or artists in general would be to always find a way to make work for yourself. So there's a lot of pressure when you go out in the world to be making work for assignments or for commissions or to make money. And maybe I'm in a unique position because I teach art and that's my main job, but I would say it's easy to lose the joy if you're constantly making things for other people. But if you find a way to make the art for you every single time, the passion will remain and you'll always be excited about what you're doing.
Thanks, Ethan. Are you interested in expanding your culinary expertise? Claudia Salvino, Aurora Geary, and Sarah Abdel Karim are here to give us a fun new recipe to try.
I'm your host, Claudia Salvino, and these are my guests, Aurora Geary and Sarah Abdel Karim.
Hi.
The first thing we did was we mixed all of the dry ingredients together. So we mixed the flour, the unsweetened cocoa powder, baking soda, salt, granulated sugar, and then in a separate bowl we mixed all the wet ingredients, so the butter, vanilla extract, 2 eggs, olive oil, buttermilk, distilled vinegar, and the food coloring.
So I'm guessing, after I get the butter out of this whisk, I'm just gonna put it in the dry ingredients, or mix the dry ingredients into it as I go, because that's what they do on cooking shows. A little bit at a time, guys.
And then we slowly mixed them in together.
I'm realizing now that I'm getting stuff everywhere, but it's okay. So I'm gonna add actually more than I did the first time. There. You want to scrape down the sides so you get all the ingredients. You put butter in the oven, the butter's just gonna melt anyway, so.
Oh, that's very chunky.
Maybe this is the consistency it's supposed to be. Maybe this won't be edible.
Maybe the butter should have been melted.
You know why? Because we had chunks of butter in there, so they all melted, and it's soup.
It tastes like cornbread, you know? At least the cooked parts of it.
And for the icing, while the cake was baking, we mixed in unsalted butter, cream cheese, powdered sugar, vanilla extract, and a little bit of salt so that we could have our cream cheese icing.
could eat these. These are good.
It's not the worst.
It's not that bad. That, however, is devil to society. I don't know whose frosting I like better though. Theirs is less
Sweet, because the
Yeah.
cake has more flavor to it. So the frosting doesn't really need to have that much cream cheese flavor, I guess. So I'm going to be rating our cake versus Target on 3 different levels: appearance, taste, and whether it was a flop or not.
appearance.
Appearance for ours was definitely a flop, so you're not getting a heart.
The Target ones definitely do get a heart. They're very put together.
On terms of taste,
I would say half a heart.
yes, have a heart because the icing was probably
icing
the
was
only good thing.
Good. The cake, it was bland. And the main cake didn't turn out good at all. It was soup.
It was just,
It was
non-existent.
It was not good. The Target cupcake, I would also say
Half-
half
yeah,
a
half a
heart
heart.
because it didn't
The
excel
cake-
on the icing part. But the cake,
Yeah.
cake's great.
Ours,
And
flop.
flop. Yeah, it's the color is just not there at all.
The taste of the actual cake is not there.
Not there. So I would say this was a semi-fail. I would keep the icing recipe, but the cake wasn't that good. I don't know if that was our problem. Probably.
It was probably the recipe's problem.
We'll blame it on the recipe.
Yeah. Thank you everyone so much for watching the February Valentine's Day edition of Claudia's Kitchen. And how would you rate this?
I would rate it a fun experience. I definitely had a great time. However, our cake didn't go so well. But it's about having fun. It's not about whether it comes out correctly.
I would say it was interesting, but I'm not a cake fan, so.
We made
But the
a
frosting was
We
good.
might- yeah.
The frosting was good, and I'm probably gonna have a go sugar crazy later.
Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
Thanks, girls. If you're looking for something new to watch, news correspondent Eric Wood is here to give us information about all of the hottest streaming services.
Hello, Parkland. I'm news correspondent Eric Wood, and starting this month, I'm going to be taking you through the world of streaming services. Today, I'm going to take a look at the 10 services with the most users. For each service, we're going to cover how many monthly users it has, its basic features, and what makes it different from its competitors. Starting off at number 10, we have ESPN+. ESPN Plus has been around since 2018 and has over 14 million users. Its key features include a large library of sporting events, as well as a wide variety of coverage and different sports-related talk shows. It is mostly branded to sports fans and has coverage for all your live sports. At number 9, we have Discovery Plus. The Discovery Channel has been around long before smartphones, laptops, and tablets. It was founded in 1985 by John Hendricks and has grown to one of the largest reality TV channels in the world. Following all this success, the Discovery Channel released Discovery Plus. On its initial launch in mid-2020, Discovery Plus was only available to viewers in India, but by early 2021, it launched in the United States as well as all across Europe. With around 18 million users, it places up at number 9. At number 8, we have Apple TV Plus. Let's not forget about the tech giant that is Apple. Apple TV launched in 2018 and now comes with a free trial with the purchase of most Apple devices. Apple TV brings viewers a wide variety of content, from movies like Us to shows like The Good Doctor. In addition, Apple produces plenty of its own original content through its private studios. Apple TV has an estimated 19 million users, which is why it places number 8 on this list. Coming in at number 7 is Hulu. Hulu has replaced cable for many families. With its live TV and sports packages, it has many popular movies and shows, and all the channels that you can get from cable and more for a fraction of the price. Hulu has about 42.8 million users and has multiple price points to choose what suits you best. There's a cheaper version with ads, and as you add features such as no ads and live TV, or if you want specific paid channels, that bill can rise pretty quickly. But for anyone looking for a cost-friendly option, the base version of Hulu is $7 a month. Number 6 brings us to another service that's origins date back before the internet, HBO Max. The HBO company was founded in 1972, and since the rise of streaming services, they decided to jump on into the race. HBO Max brings many original and award-winning series like the hit Euphoria, as well as bringing you most of the DC cinematic universe so you can watch all your favorite DC heroes. There are plenty of blockbuster movies and shows, and tons of cartoons for kids. They also own Adult Swim to bring you some not-so-family-friendly cartoons. HBO Max has about 45.2 million users and is one of my personal favorite services, but we'll get to all that later. Yet again, another big network steps up to the plate with our number 5, Peacock. Created by NBC, the Peacock service is free. Now, with this free price tag comes limitations, such as ads and a lot of locked content. But for free, it's not such a bad deal. Peacock has been around since 2020 and has quickly jumped past many on this list to claim its status as number 5. Could this be due to its low price tag? Maybe. But nonetheless, it brings tons of new content as well as NBC shows such as This Is Us and The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. As with Hulu, this service has multiple prices depending on the number of features and content you're looking for. Coming in at number 4 is Disney+. Disney has always been a giant in the entertainment world. Since its launch in 2019, Disney+ has grown to have over 118 million users. Disney+ brings new content to many of your favorite worlds such as Star Wars and Marvel. Disney also has a massive library of all the shows you grew up on, as well as shows dating back to the beginning of the company. Disney+ releases Disney movies early for a price so you and your family can stay home and see the latest movies together. The service is branded to be family-friendly in the United States, with nothing over a PG-13 rating. At number 3, we have Crunchyroll. This widely popular service streams mostly anime and has been around since 2006. It focuses highly on East Asian content. It was founded by college students at California, Berkeley, and is widely popular in the United States. The service has over 30,000 episodes of different anime and manga shows, so there is a lot of content to dive into. Crunchyroll has 120 million users, passing Disney by only a few million. Now, we move on to our final 2 most downloaded streaming services. Coming in at second is Amazon Prime Video. Amazon began in 1994 and grew into an absolutely massive company, over time growing to release its own new innovative technology and products. Everyone knows if you want to buy something, it's probably on Amazon. But enough about online shopping. Amazon Prime is a paid service that gives you free shipping on select products and free music and movie streaming from Amazon. Amazon Prime has its own original movies and series, as well as tons of content to explore. Anything that they don't have for free can be rented in the same place. How convenient! Prime Video is just one of the amazing things included with Amazon Prime. This brings us to number 1. Now, I don't think this will come as a shock, considering it is virtually known as the streaming service. The streaming service with the most users is, you guessed it, Netflix. With almost 214 million users, tons of original content, a seemingly endless scroll of movies and shows, it's no surprise that Netflix takes number 1. Netflix originated in '97, but in 2007, they decided to create a place where subscribers could watch movies and shows over the internet. Netflix has become huge in the world of entertainment, bringing in 30 Oscar nominations and 6 Oscar wins from 2015 to 2019. Overall, Netflix has won 15 Academy Awards for its original content and has continued to grow and gain popularity throughout its existence. Out of all of the streaming services out there, these 10 have gained the most users in their time and remain on top of the game when it comes to streaming movies and shows. And that's all for this time on the world of streaming services. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Eric. To close out tonight's episode, news correspondent Amanda Cohan gives us an inside look at Parkland TV's sports streams.
I'm Parkland TV news correspondent Amanda Cohan. Parkland TV and Film streams nearly every game from football to wrestling. Let's hear from advisor Jay Greth, sports director Callie Seckler, correspondent Xander Blickley, executive producers Zoe Streeter, and digital and media art director Ken Carpinetti on how sports go from the turf to your TV.
My name is Jay Greth. I'm the advisor of Parkland TV and Film at Parkland School District. The goal for sports streaming this year was to increase the professionalism with which we were broadcasting all of our games. We did a really great job last year of making sure that we covered all the games for those who couldn't come in attendance or when attendance was restricted. But this year we're aiming to try to increase our camera angles, utilizing new technology, and putting color commentators and play-by-play analysts in the broadcast. The studio is student-run. I'm here as an advisor capacity and try to make sure that they have every opportunity to do whatever they feel they need to do for the broadcasts. We have a sports director who schedules all the students for each individual sport, as well as making sure that each person knows what their responsibilities are when they're there broadcasting the games. This year we're using wireless cameras. That allows the students to work in a three-dimensional space so that way they can move around the activity as it's going on, as well as bringing the live sports action to those at home up close. The TV and film curriculum here at Parkland High School gives the students an opportunity to build every year from a beginner's level to an advanced level. So that way they're able to produce sports content live using our new tech TriCaster as well as all of the other professional equipment that we have, in addition to the PTZ cameras. So they're actually controlling the cameras in the gym from the TV studio. So it really gives them an interesting opportunity to try to create interesting, professional broadcasts. There are always challenges whenever you're dealing with live television. So when we're talking about uploading everything to YouTube, making sure the streams are correct, making sure that all of our stakeholders in the community know where to find our content, also making sure that all of the technical gremlins, if they do occur, the kids know how to problem solve on the fly, so that way they are able to fix all of the problems to bring those at home watching the best experience possible.
The streaming for games is entirely student-run. It takes both people in the control room and on the court to get the perfect shot.
I'm Callie Seckler, and I'm the Executive Sports Director. As a sports director, I make the schedules for who is filming what and keep track of upcoming games and what sports-related content we're producing. I supervise the setup before the game. We have 2 robotic cameras and anywhere from 1 to 3 Teradek wireless cameras.
I'm here with correspondent Xander Blickley to learn how the on-court cameras are set up.
All right, Amanda, let's get into this. So what we have here is we have our Sony XD cam, and on top of this we have our Teradek transmitter. And what the Teradeks allow us to do is it allows us to stream wirelessly from the court side of any sports game, and it makes streaming a lot easier because you don't have cables around you and you're able to move more and a lot more freedom with the camera when filming. So first we're going to take our BNC cable and we're going to plug it into the transmitter here and into the camera to send the feed from the camera to the transmitter. And Amanda, could you hand me that battery so we can give the transmitter some power? Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our receiver. And what our receiver will do is it'll get the signal and feed from the transmitter, and it will send it to the receiver. And the receiver gets plugged into the Spark. And the Spark is what actually sends all the feed and video back to the studio where we can stream it. And Amanda, could you hand me that power cord? Thank you. So this is the power cord for the Spark. And this is the power cord for the Teradek. Now, when setting all this stuff up, it does get a little messy because you're working with so many cables, but in the long run, it's worth it because it is very efficient when streaming. And next, what we need to do is hook up our Ethernet cable to our Ethernet hub. And now we are all set to stream a sports game. Just like that, it's that simple. And we can stream to all you lovely people at home.
Thank you so much, Xander.
You're welcome, Amanda. I hope you had a wonderful time setting up a Teradek with me.
I did.
We keep communication with the on-court cameramen, zoom in, zoom out, go to the coach, stuff like that. That's how we're able to have live interviews. Before the game, the technical director, or the person operating the TriCaster for the game, programs presets. During the game, we use the TriCaster to select the different shots and control the robotic cameras. We have a team member operating a scoreboard. Each sport has its own unique scoreboard. And after the game, we stop streaming and then take down all the equipment.
There's plenty to do before game day. Commentators have to prepare and preview videos have to be made.
Hi, my name is Zoe Streeter, and I'm the executive producer of Parkland TV and Film. Having commentators really helps us produce a full broadcast and really engages our audience. Our commentators will prepare often by researching our team, our opposing team, and familiarizing themselves with the game, the rules of the game. Our commentators are in constant communication with the studio here. We are constantly providing them with information about the game, halftime updates, providing them with stats during the game so that they can provide that for our audience. In a typical week, we usually do a game a day. Sometimes more than that, we'll have overlap. So anywhere between 4 and 8 games we can have in a week. To promote our games, we are always updating our morning and afternoon announcements with those games, the times of the games, and which teams are playing. We will put it out on our social media and our YouTube at Parkland TV Film, and our viewership has been very, very good this year, and we're very excited to provide these games to you.
The work isn't over after the camera's cut. Let's hear from Ken Carpinetti about what happens once the final point has been scored.
Hello, I'm Ken Carpinetti. I'm the Art and Digital Media Director of Parkland TV and Film. All of our past sports games are available to watch on our YouTube channel whenever you want. They're all sorted into playlists by month, so if there's a specific month you want to look for, just go to that playlist and check out all the games. You'll be able to identify a sports video because it will have sports with the Parkland P and the O in the middle of it, and it'll have a neat background that's specific to whatever sport it is. So say if it's wrestling, it'll be like a wrestling mat, and if it's swimming, it'll be like the surface of the pool. Other sports content such as interviews and highlight reels is available on our YouTube channel, and in the coming months we're going to get sports content onto our Instagram and our Twitter as well, so follow us there and keep an eye out for that.
From hype videos, the game itself, and all that happens after, sports streams here at Parkland have never been bigger or better. All the games can be watched on the YouTube channel Parkland TV and Film. Anyway, anyhow, anywhere, I'm Amanda Cohan.
Thanks, Amanda. That's all we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in next month for more Parkland Profile. I'm Zoe Streeter. Have a great night, Parkland.